All right, Tampa Bay at Buffalo. This one is obviously important for both teams. Both teams are fighting for their life in their respective division chases. And Buffalo comes out victorious, 44-32. It was a pretty tight game, I want to say, throughout. Buffalo just kind of always had an extra step ahead. But respectable effort by nothing to sneeze at. Baker Mayfield 16-28, 173, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Sean Tucker has the game of his career, 106 yards on the ground with 2 touchdowns, as well as a touchdown through the air for 34 yards. As for Josh Allen, you ready for this? 19 of 30, 317, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, but you add on 40 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. Guy was a stud.
Yep.
He was spreading the ball throughout. I'm not going to list all the guys that caught good amount of passes, but the lead receiver was some jabroni named Tyrell Shavers. 4 receptions, 90 yards, and a touchdown. Josh Allen basically lets his nuts hang and tell you that he's still the best player in football.
Yep. I would still say I'm a bit concerned with this team. Like, Dalvin Cook has been like a no-show almost. James Cook has been like a no-show for them and their wide receivers too.
Keon Coleman benched for missing a team meeting on Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, mind you, they're willing to bench a player that's probably their best in their wide receiver core, and
a second-year player that they spent a pretty decent pick on.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of him, and the fact that he's technically wide receiver 1 for them is a bit.
He's at least their top outside receiver. I think Khalil Shakir has a better ground on it, but
it was a recipe for disaster, I would say, for the Bills to lose this game. It wouldn't have shocked me if they did, especially early on. I was like,
they couldn't stop the run.
They can't stop the run. This has been a consistent theme now throughout the year that if you could run the ball, you could beat the Bills. And if you're talking about teams that you're going to face in the playoffs, okay, so if you run the ball heavy, that means you have good time of possession. That means you're giving less time for Josh Allen to work magic. And he also has less receivers in order to do that. So you're creating more issues for them and creating less issues for yourself. The best way to beat the Bills is kind of the same way about the best way to beat the Chiefs. If Patrick Mahomes is on the bench, you're more than likely not going to lose the game. And the more oftentimes they are on the bench, that means they have to do elite level quarterback play, which we both know they're highly capable of. And I just think that the Buccaneers are still a very formidable team in this league. They really are. And they're a team that I would not want to face, especially with Baker Mayfield on the NFC side of things. But I feel like the Bills are just starting to kind of show that you can kind of beat them, that they are a beatable team. And
now, will I pick against them in most instances? No. Josh Allen is simply just that good. Like, I still don't have the Patriots necessarily winning this division yet.
Because, like, what team is a run-heavy team like that outside of the Ravens?
The 49ers are not going to play. The Rams are not really going to play.
Yeah, on the AFC side of things, so, like, playoff picture-wise, what? Like,
Chiefs can't run the ball.
Exactly. So the
Colts.
I would say, yeah, if they play the Colts, like, let's say the Patriots win the division, well, the Colts would get a bye, but they would play the least.
Well, not technically. The Broncos are the number 1 seed right now.
Right, you're right. So, like, let's just say they place the Colts.
If everything plays out the way it is, let's see what the NFL playoff picture looks like right now. NFL playoff picture 2025. San Francisco down in the Bay Area. The Bills would be the 5 seed. They'd play us. The Chargers are somehow still in the playoffs as well as the Jaguars. But
yeah,
wait, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So the Patriots would play. The Patriots would play the Bills, if I'm reading this right. No, I'm not. They would play the Jags. They'd play the Jags. The Chargers would play the Colts, and the Bills would play the Steelers. That's going to switch up.
If I was the Bills, the one team I would not want to face in the playoffs is the Colts. Number 1 team I would not want to face in the playoffs.
Because the Colts' number one goal is to make sure that Daniel Jones doesn't have the opportunity to gaff the game for him.
Exactly. They're going to literally just run the ball. They're going to do anything they want to make sure that Daniel Jones isn't the reason why they have to win a game. So that's my big take on this. Is just I think the Bills really do not want to face a team that knows how to run the ball and stop the run.
I mean, as for the Buccaneers, man, 6-5 now, or 6-4 now. Excuse me. The Panthers are right on their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a little worried?
Hell no.
Really?
No. They got dealt. I mean, look at the games they've been dealt with. The Bucs. The Bucs are always going to have a harder schedule because they won.
Eagles, Lions, Patriots, Bills are their losses. Mm-hmm. They got the Rams next week.
They're just being dealt really bad cards. They're just being dealt really bad cards because they've always won this division, while the rest of the division has sucked ass.
So they got at Rams on Sunday Night Football next week. They host the Cardinals. They host the Saints. They host the Falcons. At the Panthers, at the Dolphins versus the Panthers.
Yeah, they'll probably sweep the Panthers. They'll probably sweep almost everybody in their division. I would pick.
So that's 3 wins for them there. That's 9. At the Rams, I'm not giving them that win.
No.
Versus the Cardinals, I mean, you lean them, but Cardinals would be frisky. And then the Saints, obviously. Okay, so that's another win. So minimum 10, and then at Dolphins 11.
Yeah, and 9 wins in that division gets you into the playoffs.
But the Panthers, man, they're 6-5.
Yep. I mean, like I said, it's just at the end of the day, I think I would trust Baker Mayfield before I trust Bryce Young.
The Panthers' ending is not great for them. At the Niners on Monday night.
Loss.
Host the Rams.
Loss.
At the Saints. Probably win.
Win.
Versus the Bucs.
Loss.
Versus the Seattle.
Loss.
At Tampa.
That could be 50-50 because it's in division.
So let's say 2, maybe 3 if they catch the 49ers slacking. Yeah. It's going to be close to the end, I think. I don't think the Buccaneers run away with this one.
Yep.
27-07. Speaking of the trash South divisions.